Welcome to Lesson 9. Before we begin, a quick note about this course. These lessons are designed to be listened to in the background while you work inside DxO PhotoLab on your own computer. Think of them as guided audio lessons that you can follow along with at your own pace. If you prefer more visual screen recorded tutorials, you'll find plenty of those on my channel as well. Also, DxO PhotoLab is free to use for 30 days, which gives you more than enough time to work through this course and see if it's a good fit for your workflow. If you decide it is, I'm offering 15% off DxO software, and you'll find that link in the description below. Now, make sure you have DxO PhotoLab open. In this lesson, we're going to look at noise reduction and DeepPRIME. Noise is the grainy or speckled texture you often see in photographs, especially images taken in low light or at a high ISO. You might notice it in dark shadows, night photographs, indoor images, or files where you've had to brighten the exposure afterwards. Before we go any further, let's find the tools. At the top left of DxO PhotoLab, click on Customize. Once your image is open, look over to the right-hand side where the editing palettes are located. Noise reduction is found inside the Detail palette. Depending on your workspace layout, you may need to open or expand the Detail palette to see the noise reduction controls. Inside the noise reduction section, you'll see different processing options. These may include standard noise reduction, DeepPRIME, and depending on your version and file type, options such as DeepPRIME XD. The important thing to understand is that DeepPRIME is designed for RAW files. This is because it works with the original sensor data from the camera, giving PhotoLab much more information to work with. A JPEG can still have noise reduction applied, but the real strength of DxO PhotoLab is when you are working with RAW files. So, what does DeepPRIME actually do? In simple terms, DeepPRIME analyzes the image and reduces noise while trying to preserve as much detail as possible. Traditional noise reduction often makes images look too smooth or soft. DeepPRIME is designed to clean up noise while keeping texture, detail, and sharpness looking more natural. This is especially useful if you shoot in low light, travel, street photography, weddings, interiors, events, or anything where you sometimes need to raise the ISO. Let's keep this very simple. If your image was shot at a low ISO in good light, it may not need much noise reduction at all. If your image was shot at a high ISO in poor light or has dark shadows that look rough or speckled, then noise reduction and DeepPRIME become much more useful. A simple workflow might be this. First, open your RAW file. Second, go to Customize. Third, open the Detail palette on the right-hand side. Fourth, find Noise Reduction. Fifth, choose DeepPRIME if it is available for that file. Then continue with your normal editing. One thing to remember is that some DeepPRIME results may be easier to judge after export or preview processing, because this type of processing can be more demanding than a simple slider adjustment. So don't panic if it feels a little less instant than exposure or white balance. DeepPRIME is doing a lot more work in the background. Also, try not to overdo noise reduction. The aim is not to remove every tiny bit of texture from the image. The aim is to reduce distracting noise while keeping the photograph natural. If noise reduction is pushed too far, skin can look waxy, textures can disappear, and the image can start to feel artificial. For beginners, I'd suggest using DeepPRIME as a clean starting point, especially on high ISO RAW files. Then judge the image as a whole. Does it look cleaner? Does it still have detail? Does it still feel like a photograph? That's more important than trying to make every pixel perfectly smooth. The main thing I want you to take away from this lesson is that noise is normal, especially in low light, and DxO PhotoLab gives you very powerful tools to control it. DeepPRIME is one of the key reasons many photographers use PhotoLab, because it can make difficult RAW files look much cleaner while still preserving detail. In the next lesson, we'll look at optical modules and how DxO PhotoLab can automatically correct lens issues such as distortion, vignetting, and chromatic aberration. Don't forget to subscribe to Simon DxO for more tutorials. And if there's something you'd like me to cover in a future lesson, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to help. I'll see you in lesson 10.